This is cell block B, and the average prison cell here, which stood alongside, measures just 13 foot by 7. Almost half of them are home to 2 prisoners. It's the nearest that inmates come to having any personal space. But, of course, there's no such thing as privacy in a prison. About once every 3 months, every prisoner has their cell virtually taken apart in a search that can last for 4 hours, and they never know when it's coming. I've got Dave Jones and Daryl Jones, the officers here, are about to carry out this search. You're about to start?
Yeah.
OK, you go ahead whilst we're starting on this. Now, you won't tell the prisoner that you're coming?
We won't, no. It's a full cell search we carried out this morning. So we're going to identify the prisoner, ask him if he's got any unauthorised articles in the cell, and we would normally carry out then a full search on the prisoner. And we're going to both go into the cell, identify a sterile area, and we're going to search the cell.
So the key here is surprise. If you know that somebody's got something, or you've given a tip-off at something...
We're not going to give a tip-off. We're not going to knock the door and say, hello, here we are. We're straight away into the cell, and the surprise is the element.
And what is the reaction of the prisoners when that happens?
Usually startled, shocked. What have I done? They're going to nick in your gov. Some are a bit edgy. We try to relax them, use our own IEP skills. The settler prisoner, don't tell them that, there's nothing wrong. We're just going to go through his cell. OK. We have another officer who's going to come in and stay with the prisoner at the moment. OK. That's it. The prisoner's just gone off to the side there, and what we're going to do is go in and go ahead. Don't let me interrupt you. You go ahead and do the search, and we'll come with you and see what you do as you go along. How do you start? Right, if we make this...
What we're going to do is to make this sterile area. So we'll search this. See that there's nothing in there.
A sterile area. What are you saying? There's one area that you create.
We can put everything on there.
Right.
Okay.
And
you know that this is clear.
And are mattresses a normal place where stuff is hidden away?
Yeah,
it's everywhere, so it could be mattresses, bedposts, shoes.
Let's bring the other camera in, because the guys are working at this end at the moment. We'll bring you in at this end. Obviously, you're going to see the camera, but at least it will give you some view of the fact that we are actually in a cell in a prison. The guys... so, go back to that we were saying, that you create a sterile area and you're looking for... Well, give us an example of things that you found recently.
Mobile phones, drugs.
Mobile phones?
Mobile phones, yeah.
Takes mobile phones in there.
That's extraordinary.
That was tucked in his trousers. So when we did the full body search, he handed me the mobile phone.
Now, do you only go in and do searches when you have been given a tip-off that something has happened or there's something in there, or do you just randomly do it anyway?
Well, we work in the security department. Our intelligence-led searches are for specific items. So we would be searching for the likes of hooch, we would be searching for drugs, mobile phones. So therefore, we will just specifically target a area. All right, so we've searched all the cells.
So how many searches are you likely to do in a day in a prison like this?
Our department would search 4 or 5 a day.
And what's the success rate in finding stuff in a search like that?
It depends. These have got hours. They've got days to think of where they can hide things. Yeah. So, minute drugs, small little piece of drugs. It's difficult to find. Yeah. It's difficult to find them. But with the likes of mobile phones or hooch, we're just looking for, containers with a hooch. Mobile phones, we're looking for, they can hide them.
Let me go through some, because looking here at the prisoner's bathroom effects. Now, what do you look at when you go, for example, take a toothpaste? What are you looking at?
Everything. They can put things in there, so we would open this, put it, just check.
Feel it all the way through.
Feel the right way through. With the likes of these, they can screw the top.
Unscrew the bottom, so you're looking to find...
It's anywhere. We're looking at everything.
And again, so earlier we were talking about this, and you'll actually smell to say that what's in there is what...
With this, we can see through it. That's quite easy. You could see through that to see whether there's anything in there. Everything else, we can... If we thought, for instance, that there was something hidden in this system, we've got the tools that we can come over and take the front off, and we can look behind the system.
So you really do go... How long will the search take?
And as long as it takes. It depends on how much is in the cell. If there's not a lot in the cell, obviously it's not going to take so long. But if there's a lot in that cell, it's going to come across... it could take hours.
OK, well, this search is going to continue whilst we're here, and we'll come back to this later on. We'll let you get on with the work, and
That's fine.
In the meantime, we'll hop over to Nadia.
Thanks, Nick. Now, more than half of male prisoners in England and Wales have children under the age of 18. So, how can you continue to be a father when there's razor wire and a massive wall between you and your loved ones?
I've been here 19 months now, going on 20. When I first came here, oh God, it's a world of difference. You must imagine from never having been in problems of any sort, not even a speeding ticket, and all of a sudden you're straight to prison. From 1 minute you're free, walking around, doing what you please, and next minute you're just behind some big doors, bang, keys slamming, door flaps slamming, you know, people shouting down the landing. My first week was a nightmare because it was Christmas week, going up to it was the month going up to Christmas, and it was the day they arrested me was my son's birthday anyway, so that was part of the bad thing. Most guys think it's just a laugh, you know, but that's the guys who haven't got nothing on the outside, nothing to go back to, so they rather stay here. They got more friends here. For me, it's a bit different because I got something to go home to. I got my family, you know, and I quite miss them.
Prisoners are allowed to use the phone twice a day. It's Bobby's only way to keep in touch with his family and try to be a good dad.
I'm using the phone it's like a deterrent to the kids. What's he done? When his mother said to her, you know, when your dad calls out, I'm gonna tell him what you've done, and I could hear my daughter in the background, Dad, I didn't mean it, you know what I mean? So it works. When I came to prison, my son was about 3 months old. So when I called and I said, can I speak to I said, let me speak to my son. He comes, Daddy, Daddy, Daddy. You know, he wasn't even talking when I left, you know, when I came to prison. So you don't want to really break that bond with the kids. What's he saying? Put him on the phone. Hello, Levi. Hey. To a young mind, it seems like on the phone you're there. You see, when you use the phone, it's like, if I'm talking to my son, it's like I'm in the room. I love you, all right? Miss you. Bye-bye. I'm responsible for my children, just as I'm responsible for my actions. So whatever happens to me is my responsibility. I should have been the one to have taken precaution against this happening to me in the first place. But you just never realize how easy it is for you to, you know, get caught up in something that will take you away from your children.